What is going on, everybody? Welcome into another kind of impromptu live stream. It's been a couple weeks since we did this. Been a couple extra weeks more since we've had you on, Connor, because we had Ryan McDowell fill in to do a rookie origins draft after the NFL draft. But pleasure to have you back onto the channel, and we're going to be running through another, at least one. We'll see maybe if we do a second fast draft. This time doing a flex four, so the regular format of their fast draft. So what's going on, Connor?
Yeah, not much. It's good to be back. I know the last one we did was before the NFL draft. We honestly, I looked through our teams. We have some pretty sick teams that we drafted together.
Yeah.
We got I have a bunch of. I think I have 100% Tyler Shug ownership in for some of the early ones in like the fifth and sixth round, and obviously he's like, I mean, I would say 50-50 to be the week one starter at this point, if not higher than that.
80-20. Jake Hayner's hurt now, so it's him and Rattler. So.
Yeah, just him and Rattler. So yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe 80-20 at this point. So those are looking good. I'm not going to count my money before it's, already cashed, but I feel pretty good about, the expected value of some of those teams we built earlier. But yeah, it's good to be back on, talk some shop, and I think we got 2 more slots here for this to fill.
Dude, imagine if we had been able to capitalize on a little bit more of that Kyle Williams low ADP, because the early third round to the Patriots, man. Ooh.
Oh, I'm taking him a ton in best ball drafts, and platforms where you're in he's not going to like the double digit rounds in a lot of like leagues. And I think that honestly, that'll probably be the case even in like regular redraft leagues. It'll probably be like maybe late single digits, best case, whenever all the training camp steam comes in and it's like, oh yeah, Stephon Diggs actually can't move, and Kyle Williams is the wide receiver one. So and maybe if that doesn't happen, like I don't know, I'm pretty skeptical on Diggs. I don't know what your thoughts are, but like I'm a little bit worried, to be honest.
I am a little worried about Diggs. I mean, I was just in general, no matter where he went. I mean, it was nice that he went to the Patriots to be kind of a veteran presence, and maybe would have been the wide receiver one for Drake May this year. But I think I've already seen a couple puff pieces out of Pat's mini camp. Yeah, Kyle Williams looking sharp and more takeaways from Patriots mini camp. That's like the first headline that pops up when you look up Kyle Williams news.
Yeah, let's see where I think so in Flex 4, you only pick I think so it's 60 players. So I think one of the edges in this draft, again, it's 10 teams, 6 rounds. You only need to start 4 players each week, but it's best ball, so it automatically assigns who you're going to start based on who scores the most that week. I think that there's some advantage to taking like scrolling down and picking players that are not going to be drafted very often. So, I mean, I don't know if I can get all the way to Kyle Williams in the top 60, but
probably not.
Like if it was 80, I would consider it. You know what I mean? Like if it was a little bit bigger, I would definitely consider it because, like, again, we're still scrolling here. Don't see him. I'll probably just get my Kyle Williams exposure in other ways because I played, on virtually, I would say every platform in some way or another. So, but I think that's a decent strategy. Oh, look at that. We're loading up here. So
we're already in.
Let's go.
Where do we get?
Let's see.
And as we mentioned, so this is we're number 2. Oh my gosh. All right, we got a couple decisions already to make, but this is a flex 4, which means that this is all of the regular NFL best ball. There's no quarterbacks involved, so it's just running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. I think probably pretty PPR, normal standard scoring. And you just run it like it's just a normal fantasy football best ball draft. So we got number 2. Are you privy on any like top guy here? Like you're like I'm 100% in on Saquon repeating or Jefferson again or Bijan or.
No, I think the first few guys are all just like great picks. Like I don't really have too much of a bone to pick with any of them. So I don't know if you have any hot takes here. I mean, I like Saquon a lot. I don't have any issues there, but like I also haven't done that many of these drafts. So like I think in hindsight it might look better for us to pick a wide receiver instead of a running back, but I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with whoever. You like anyone here specifically?
I kind of do wonder if we go Jefferson.
All right, let's go Jefferson. I'm buying JJ McCarthy. I think that he's going to be just fine and like probably pretty good as a rookie, as like a I guess pseudo rookie essentially in his second year.
I think he's better than Sam Darnold. So, and we saw what Sam Darnold did last year in this system. So hopefully,
that's exactly my point. Like I just think that the Kevin O'Connell is just like such a good play call.
Whoa.
Like, wow.
Dude took CMC?
Wow.
All right.
I'm buying the dip on CMC in like the second round, mid second round, but like definitely not above Saquon, Bijan, Gibbs. I think this run of receivers is really strong too. Yeah, like that's a tough sell for me, but hey, kudos to putting on the line there.
I am also buying the dip on CMC, but I do agree with you. I personally have Bijan as my. I mean, I don't go out and I'm not making rankings in the end of May right now, but I believe that where I'm probably going to end up in August is Bijan is going to be my redraft RB1.
Okay.
Just I'm a little bit worried about Saquon. There's all those things about, oh, look at the running backs when they have 370 touches in the following year. Like he's going to have some regression from yardage, from
For sure.
touchdowns. I worry a little bit about maybe, a little injury stuff comes up just because the sheer number of volume that he gets, he just is going to have a bigger opportunity than most other running backs to get injured. So I'm a little bit worried about Saquon. So I think I have Bijan. I think he's due for a massive year. I don't love Jahmyr Gibbs as much as everybody else, it seems. But that just could be me.
No, I mean, I just think Jahmyr Gibbs is basically the second coming of Jamal Charles, essentially, in a sense. Not as quite as good, but if you put it like that, he doesn't need 300 touches. He doesn't need, or whatever, 350 touches to just be super explosive, plays on a good offense. So I generally agree with you, and I hate banking on efficiency being needing to be there year over year to be a dominant fantasy player. But yeah, I think that's I still like him in the end of the first round. I think is a fine pick. All right, we're in a decent spot here. So I absolutely love Bucky Irving this year if he's available. I am all in on Bucky Irving. I think he should be a late first round pick or early second round pick. So I don't know if you like JT more. I think you can make an argument there or with one of these receivers, but
I'm down for Bucky Irving. I was looking at getting one of JT or London.
Yeah,
but I'm totally fine with Bucky as well.
Oh boy, it's a third round reversal. I totally forgot about this. I thought that was rookie only. Okay, well, well, I guess we lost that. I'll give quick reasoning on Bucky. The OC basically was we're going to leave off. We're going to start this year where we left off last year. Bucky Irving's last 5 games, he dominated touch share. Rashad White was getting basically no work, some pass work, he's playing 20-30% of the snaps. And it's only passed down, long down and distance stuff. Bucky was absolutely dominating. And he's he's breaking tackles like crazy, played really well. I think he's just good at football on a good offense that's loaded with talent with Evans, Godwin, everyone there. So I don't know. I think late second is just such a good buying point for Bucky Irving that, again, I think you make a case for Jonathan Taylor. I think you make a case for London. I think those are all great players too and good and legit good picks. But I just am infatuated with Bucky right now.
I was trying to pull up what Bucky Irving's pace was over the second half of the year, but now I'm looking at where we're about to. My pick is Kyron.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
That's who I saw his name kind of pop up, over the past couple of these picks. And I'm like, oh, if we can get Kyron Williams, dude's been a top 8 running back in total points each of the past 2 years.
Yeah. What do we think here? Mike Evans? I mean,
yeah.
Devontae Adams, Marvin Harrison, this ADP is way different than a lot of other places.
I think I would probably go Mike Evans here.
Got it in just at the buzzer. All right. Nice. I think so too. It's not a pick that I love, but I just think it's probably a good value at this point.
We're getting into a weird range of players that they all feel very synonymous to each other.
I'm still kind of sorting out my takes in this range. So I think that I kind of want to buy in on some George Pickens. I kind of want to buy in on some DK Metcalf. I think is a good buy because just banking on the Steelers getting Rodgers. I think that his ADP, I think his ADP is not fully baking in them getting Rodgers, essentially. I don't think Rodgers is necessarily good, but I think you'll get the ball to DK enough that his value could be massive, especially in a best ball format. I mean, he's going to have some stupid big weeks. And so I don't know. I kind of want to buy on both those guys. And then Pickens, I think he's just the perfect outside threat for Dallas. CD can just crush in the middle. Pickens will just be one-on-one all day. So I think he'll have some big games too.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in the same kind of situation that he was already in Pittsburgh. but because Dallas has enough volume that they can support him as a wide receiver too, similar to like how he was in Pittsburgh on a low passing volume offense as the wide receiver 1. I think it's just gonna be very similar.
Jamie asked, "Can you do another one?" He said, "Love FastDraft." Yeah, I mean we're cruising here 10 minutes in. I think we'll definitely load up another one here in a second. Just wait till this one ends, and then that way, because I don't know if another one will fill between the time this is done and the next one. But yeah, definitely interested. Your boy Ted McMillan, by the way, take a bow. I think that you said he was going to go to Carolina in our pre-draft episode, and that he did.
You put money on that, didn't you?
I did. I
put that he was going to go 8th.
Yeah, it was one of the sharpest books called Bookmaker. Basically, had him at like even money or plus 120, like an hour before the draft, and I was like, oh, someone knows something, because he was like 12, 15-1 earlier. Bookshop found another book that was still at 12-1 for him to go 8th. So I bet a bunch on him at 12-1, and I didn't know anything. I was like, honestly, I have no idea, but it seemed like a great bet, and obviously it panned out. So now this is an interesting range here.
Yep.
I mean, we have DK Metcalf still on the board. I think RJ Harvey is honestly legit in play here. I mean, I would take Harvey over Montgomery, Pacheco, and I think he's in play with Henderson. But
I was looking at Jameson Williams. If you want to go with one of the running backs, I'm down for that. Then see if I think Jameson. J-Mo.
Oh, let's take J-Mo. Yeah, it's great. I thought he went, to be honest. That's yeah. I think like J-Mo and then maybe one of those running backs.
Ooh,
what's up?
Perfect. He's like a perfect best ball wide receiver. And then if we can get one of these 2 running backs, I don't know.
I mean,
the ADP on this is kind of wild to still see like Tyron Tracy up there, and I think I saw Najee was still up there as well. Yeah, Najee's right there.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, like these guys are like in the hundreds in most other sites at this point in ADP. Like I think DK Metcalf could actually be an option here too. We have Bucky, Kyron, because there's no like roster limits essentially. So I mean, there's a lot of good players left on the board here. Devonta Smith is like a 4th round pick. This is crazy. All right, I found the table for a couple guys. Who do you want?
I'm down for DK.
All right, let's do it.
I'm with you. They'll have some massive games, and especially like if Rodgers ends up signing there, that'll raise his floor and his ceiling, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is a sick team. This is just I mean, you want as much upside in a single week. Like, I don't know how many other players you would want on the roster. Like, this is nasty.
Right. I like this a lot. So whenever we win, what's the grand prize? Like 10 grand? Are we splitting that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I gotta rename the ones we did together. That's like that's the rule. If you stream together and you do them together, you split the prizes. That's just like a general rule.
Hey man, all the Tyler Shuck that we drafted. I think we got Will Howard in 1 or 2 of them. If Howard ends up being the starter for Pittsburgh,
we do.
We got
we do. I think we had a Howard Shuck draft like back to back in like 5th, 6th. Well, which is pretty nice. It looks like Mackins is in here. Said he drafted Kittle over Jameson. Let's hear. Oh yeah. It looks like I think he's purple. I don't know what his full name is here. Oh, he took Harvey, though. You're just talking about Harvey. Yeah, I mean, it's a great pick. Harvey is just, I think, a smash in like the late 5th. I think that by we get to like redraft season, he's going to be like a early 4th round pick in most redraft leagues, maybe even like late 3rd. Like, he's going to see almost all the work, decent offense. Like, he's crushing. I think I actually have to deposit money here, so give me like 2 seconds. So I realize I only have $5 left. But let me see if I can. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll rip through that. 9 minutes 54 seconds. Draft again. All right. Got to deposit funds. Give me 2 seconds here. Gonna stop sharing my screen so you guys don't swipe my credit card. All right. I'll do $25. That's perfect.
I do like your that was our first flex 4 draft, like my first flex 4 that I had done because I can't draft in Pennsylvania yet. But I liked your idea of you need to look down into the ADP and the player list a little bit, because when you get down into those 5th and 6th, first of all, it doesn't seem like that ADP is massively updated for like post draft stuff. So a lot of players that were big winners, big losers, that ADP doesn't seem to be very reflective of that for veterans or for rookies. The other thing too is I noticed that when we got into the 5th and especially into the 6th, it seemed like there were a lot of players that were just like they were just there because they should be there in normal rankings, yeah, he's like the RB23 in rankings, but in a best ball, like I saw Isaiah Pacheco go off the board. Even Monty, I feel like, is kind of a guy that he's going to be fine. He's going to give you points in production, but I just don't know if he's going to, really be a key difference maker for you. A lot of players like that in that 5th and 6th round range that just really feel like they're just not going to do it, So it's probably better to scroll down a little bit, see if you can find some higher upside guys, some guys that could break out, overpass some of these other mid-range solid producers, but no real ceiling guys. And I think if you can hit on one or even two of those, that's a massive difference for you in this kind of a format.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Yeah, so we're looking at the draft board here. Yeah, I think Monty Pacheco, I probably wouldn't have taken. I probably think there's some other high upside guys. Pearsall's an interesting one. That's a guy who's gone, at least a round or two later. I think in most other things that, like, I guess if you're bought into that, that could make sense. Kittle, I think was an interesting one. DJ Moore, I have no idea what to do with Chicago right now, because I want to buy the Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, like that offense ascending essentially. But like DJ Moore had just such bad body language, just constantly complaining last year, seemed to not be on the page, same page at all with Caleb. They drafted Luther Burden, Rome Odunze just didn't really play all that well. I don't know how much to fault Shane Waldron versus Rome not playing well versus Caleb not playing well. I'm kind of in I don't know. My head's spinning right here. I don't know if you have any thoughts on the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, Waldron is absolutely awful. I mean, if you looked at DJ Moore splits with and without Waldron, it's like night and day. It's a complete JSN situation. I am a little worried about Rome Odunze just because he seemed like a scapegoat for a lot of Caleb's attempts. So his yards per route run and his targets per route run and all that kind of stuff were kind of really weird, or even on a per target basis, it seemed weird. But at the end of the day, if he wasn't really connecting on a lot of the stuff with Caleb, I don't know if that's something that needed to be worked on this year, or something that Ben Johnson saw, and then that's why he brought in Burden. I am a little bit worried about Odunze, and I've seen some pretty major price discrepancies between Odunze and Burden, that Burden's 3, 4, 5 rounds later than Odunze, and I don't know if that should be that far apart. I do think that DJ Moore's at the top. He should be definitely at the top of the hierarchy, but the difference between Burden and Odunze, I don't think it should be that big for 2025.
Totally. No, I think that could make sense. I'm probably going to have just some exposure to all of them until we get more clarity, during training camp, and kind of what the roles are, who's playing where, what the vibes are there. Because otherwise, I think one or two of them, it's just going to absolutely explode. Just I don't know which one. And so, yeah, I guess we're joining draft here. Also, I guess we'll see what position we're at, and then I can give a little promo here for my 101. Oh, let's go. All right.
The streamer luck, dude.
Yeah, so we got Justin Jefferson last time. Do you want to go Chase this time? I know you said you're kind of not super on Barkley. I'm fine with Jamar Chase here.
I'm pretty good with Jamar Chase. Why not just try to run back the same lineup that we just did? I mean, we took Chase, then maybe we'll get Bucky at the 210, unless Jamie's in here, and then he's going to take him.
Yeah, I was about to say we got Jamie. Let's see if I don't think Mackin's joined this one. Yeah, we got Jamie at the 107. Yeah, okay.
Oh, he might not take Bucky then. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
The 107 and then the 204.
Yep. And then also want to mention too, they have this cool feature where you can do turbo mode, so you can set your rankings and it'll automatically draft. Tomorrow, if you do one turbo mode of 10 drafts, you get $50 in FastDraft credit. So you do 10 drafts of $10 drafts of $5. So it's basically $50 worth of drafts on the turbo mode. You set your rankings, do it, which automatically just fills it whenever people are doing fast drafts like this. Then you get $50 in credit. So it's basically buy one, get one free kind of in turbo mode. And so I would come in honestly and just set your rankings. Be a little bit more aggressive on players that you want. So again, I would have Bucky way higher. I would have, we'd have RJ Harvey a little bit higher, DK Metcalf, guys that we just picked. And then you're probably going to get those guys since it's only 6 rounds. And so then there you go, Mackins. Don't forget 3rd round reversal again. Yeah, so maybe the 101 is not as good as we think, but I do like that it kind of balances the playing field a little bit. So
it's just fun because I feel like whenever I've done like an underdog draft in the past couple of years, or I did a couple DraftKings ones where it's just like I get like the 108, and I'm just kind of like, okay. So I've never had opportunities to draft players like Jamar Chase or
yeah,
Bijan Robinson and other best ball formats and stuff. That
yeah.
it's fun to get
Anecdotally,
the 1-1.
too, like, and I'm pretty sure the data actually backs it up, is that like having a top 3-4 pick almost always results in like higher win rate, results in like higher like advance rates and stuff like that. So I don't know. This year I don't mind like two of these guys. I think like CMC, yeah, like a CMC start with like Genty or Brian Thomas would be a pretty
That's
solid start here.
pretty insane.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we're in a spot you can get Jonathan Taylor or Bucky here.
No JT. So there's Bucky.
Yeah, I mean, are we doubling down? Let's go.
The only player that I see that we didn't have last time is AJ Brown on the board. That's the only my only hesitation. But
are you buying the
you got 2 seconds, so
right,
you're gonna click Bucky.
But there's the narrative of him not showing up to like Jalen Hurts' like baby shower or something like that, or like wedding even or something like that, like a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how much that actually matters at all.
Is this what was his name? Bo Callahan situation where nobody showed up for his 21st birthday party?
Well, that's the thing, is all the other teammates came except for
AJ.
Yeah, like I think there's some weird beef there, but yeah, I think he's a good pick. Like I think
didn't AJ get married? Maybe
that was it. Probably maybe it was vice versa. I don't know. It was something like that. It was like one of them didn't show up to a major like life event that like there were other teammates at. Jamie,
no, I'm not buying into that.
Start here. Puka, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson. That's pretty spicy. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty nice.
Neighbors, Nico T.
Yeah, that's got a lot of juice.
Oh, the Genty CMC team got AJ Brown. Oh my gosh!
Wow. All right, we got some absolute. I mean, we got to make up for it here on the turn. Oh, Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown.
I'm looking at Kyron again. I see Chuba.
Oh, Kyron went.
Dang it. I like me some Chuba. I've been buying into Chuba a lot this year.
All right, well, we got 2 picks here.
I'm good with JSN.
JSN, Chuba. We got 2 picks, so
yeah.
All right, let's do it. We'll go JSN. We'll go Chuba. All right.
It up a little.
And then we got 2 more slots here. I mean, tons of guys to pick from.
We probably won't get Jameson back.
Probably not. I think that's kind of one of the fun things about this too, is like you're only picking basically good players. So that's kind of nice. Is like you don't have to worry about like, oh, am I picking the second or third string running back for this team, or or like the 6th wide receiver that maybe has a chance if like 3 guys get hurt. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
That whole strategy stuff late in drafts, like late in slow best ball drafts, I just like could not have less interest. Like I'm just like, this is like I'm like just auto draft me. I don't care. Like I've lost interest already.
Just pick somebody for me. None of these guys are gonna matter. Just
right.
If I had to rely on my RB7, my team's already shot. So
yeah, right. Exactly. Oh man.
I am curious. So we're gonna be up in like 9 picks. What's some of the ADP look like down in there? Some other guys that maybe we could take some interesting shots on, instead of taking the Pachecos and the Montes and the.
Yeah, I'm scrolling here. I mean, like
Waddle that low might not be bad.
Yeah, Waddle. I think Waddle would be a great pick.
Ridley.
Yeah, I think Ridley could be an awesome pick too. Like Ridley, Waddle. I mean, like I think Ridley could explode, honestly, with Cam Ward, like some more competent quarterback play. He had some great splits whenever Hopkins was gone.
Yep. I think he could be this year's Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, no one expects it and just like is the main guy and for a rookie quarterback. Oh, look at that. We got RJ Harvey 508 here, Henderson. I mean, we have Kittle, Adams still in there's just so many good players. I think maybe we take one of these guys and one of our like randos. Sure. Or like not randos, but like further down the board. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling Adams. Maybe I think he has higher upside than a tight end.
Perfect.
And then
Waddle or Ridley.
I think if it were me, I think I would take Ridley.
Okay, let's go Ridley then.
I like Waddle a lot. He's got some high weekly ceiling upside, but he's going to be playing as the number 2. And I am a little bit worried that this Dolphins offense might just do the same thing that they did last year, where it's like it's the short little routes, it's the Achane dump offs, it's the Jonnu, screen passes and short routes and all that stuff. Keep Tua healthy. Their O-line didn't really improve all that much, so the deep shots might not be there the whole time like they were, 2-3 years ago. So I am still concerned about that for Tyreek and Waddle.
I'm really concerned. I think Waddle is a path to like Tyreek's whole situation this year is like, I mean, who knows? Like he's a little shaky, and the Dolphins in general. It's basically like if Tua is healthy, they have a chance to win basically almost every game, any game that they're in. Like if he's not healthy, they're just like dead. Like they just have no chance to win. Like it's like they're one of the worst offenses in the league without Tua, basically, which is shocking because I don't think Tua is all that good, but he just does what Mike McDaniel needs him to.
And it's funny because I think that they tried to address that this year by bringing in Zach Wilson, and then they drafted Quinn Ewers. But I don't know if either one of those guys are going to move the needle either if Tua's hurt.
That's funny because I think that like Zach Wilson is not what they need. Like Zach Wilson and Tua are pretty opposite in a lot of ways. Like I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Also, so there are boosters still on this. Something we didn't talk about last time, which is pretty cool and interesting. It locks week 1, so I think it's probably gonna be another thing. Maybe we'll do like a booster setting episode where we just run through all the boosters and just like rip whatever 6 or 7 of them of our lineups and adjust. Because I mean, right now it seems fine. Like I don't have any comments on it, right?
Yeah, maybe you put Chuba ahead of JSN because running back, and maybe he'll just get a little bit more production. But other than that, I mean, that's the only thing that I could see right now. I do think that booster thing is a lot more important for the origins, especially any of the origin stuff that you did before the draft. Because it could have massively changed a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, we can scroll through. We did so many of these teams. I don't even honestly remember which ones were ours, which is a problem. I think I gotta label them or remember which ones we did on stream. Because we had Shug, Howard, Shug, like it was like my Shug, McCord, not as great, but just Tyler Shug infinity. Like, I mean, if this guy pops off, we're winning a fast draft here, I think, at some point.
Apparently. Hunter, Loveland, Harvey, Mason Taylor. Oh my gosh. Imagine if you had Shuck on that team.
Yeah, that's the role he missed. Yeah, because we had Brooks and Krosky Merritt. Yeah, I mean that's the first Brooks 4 though. Like
if Chase Brown gets hurt, Brooks filling in there.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of Brooks late. Yeah, I forgot that was one of our guys too. We got a bunch of Brooks late.
There's a 5th round Kyle Williams.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We got one. And we got Shug late, Genty, Loveland. The only pick here is Martinez that didn't really pan out. Everything else is like absolute money here.
So
I'm gonna edit these boosters now. Actually, hold on. Give me Martinez. You can get out of here. Shug, you're probably here.
Move Kyle Williams up.
Yeah, Kyle Williams definitely here. I don't know. I mean, like probably Williams
at 1.2.
Yeah, I think Williams at 1.2. So there you go. It's one of the other cool aspects here. You can adjust the boosters. Like, yeah, we already are noticing. Like, all right, we're not leaving any Damian Martinez stuff here. But yeah, we could definitely go through these and update them. Yeah, tomorrow going to be ripping some turbo drafts. Probably fire off 10 and just set it and forget it. And let it hum. Just 100% exposure to Bucky Irving, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. Yeah, that promo tomorrow is massive. It's essentially free, like 10 free plays, right? Because they're $5. You do 10 of them, that's $50, and then you get $50 back in credit. I think you do have to sign up for the Discord channel to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, you submit your turbo mode, post your exposure report to Discord as the last step, and then you'll receive an email from FastDraft when your turbo order is complete. Use the hashtag #RateMyTeam in Discord to post part of your turbo results and include your FastDraft username in the post. So then, I mean, people at FastDraft, good people. If you have any issues, just make sure that you just talk to them. I mean, you get it sorted out as long as you follow the other instructions. Well, I don't have enough money, but yeah. So this is how you would do it. Turbo mode next. Then you set your rankings. and then you submit your turbo drafts, and they'll just fire them all off. So, honestly, really cool feature. Something that I think makes maxing a contest like this like way more viable, instead of just like, you know, sitting here and doing them all, which is fun. I just don't think it's super efficient time wise if you're looking to like, yeah, I guess time wise in general. So like, yeah, I mean, you could bump these guys up here. You know, it's tough though when you get up here. Like it's like all these are really good players. You know what I mean? Like this is really tough.
Yeah, it's hard too because it's like you can't really have that before all the casuals come into play. You know, time period of where you might be able to get a leg up on some ADPs. Like you're only drafting 6 rounds, so all these players are good. You have to differentiate between all of the really, really good players. So I think there is a little bit of skill, but I feel like it might also just be a little bit more health and injury luck in this format than where you have, you know, 12, 15, 18 players and you can dive into some of the rankings a little bit.
Yeah, no,
is there a way to track your all-time pick speed?
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. Oh, we lost us. All right, here we go. I think we're back now. Nope. I locked my phone and it just shut me out of the thing here. So, that's crazy. Hold on, let's hear. Hold on, we'll get it going. Present.
And almost.
And we are. I'm sharing back. There you go. Okay. Let's see here. All-time pick speed. That's a good question, honestly. Is Mackin still in the chat? He would know. Let's see here. Portfolio, teams, exposure. There you go. Look at that. That's funny.
Nice.
Live results. Yeah, this is a good question here. Profile. Let's see here. I don't see it, but like, yeah, like your stats or whatever, pick speed. It seems like Jamie prides himself on pick speed, which I love. That I respect that for sure. That's awesome. We definitely were not at 2.33 seconds per pick. I think we were at the max, probably the slowest. So yeah, that's good feedback. I'm sure that'd be fun, something to pass along for sure.
Well, is that where we want to end it on that?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think we're good.
Awesome. 2 drafts in. I think we're going to be running back next week as well, right? We'll probably do a couple more flex 4s next week. But yeah, guys, make sure if you haven't signed up for FastDraft yet and you're in a state where it's legal, you can sign up for FastDraft and then use the promo code DLF. You'll get a deposit match for up to $50. So you could essentially, you know, if you sign up, you get the deposit match with the promo code DLF. Put $50 in, you'll get a $50 deposit match. Play that $50 in 10 $5 turbo modes tomorrow, and then you will get a $50 credit on top of that. So like you turn $50 into essentially 100 with the deposit match and then the credit, and you've already then played.
I think, right? Yeah, it'd be
Well,
kind of. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you'd have to play 50 of it, but then you get 100 of it anyway, and you're already in 10 turbo modes. So there's so much opportunity right now just to kind of get free money if you sign up for FastDraft. With the promo code DLF for the deposit match, and then you play tomorrow for the Friday turbo mode, FastDraft Friday. Join into their Discord. That's how you'll be able to complete it and get the credit for it. And then just keep on playing with FastDraft all summer long. So we'll be here again next week to run a couple more Flex 4s. You can play the Rookie Origins ones as well. Those are the rookie only contests. They're still opening those up throughout the summer post NFL draft. There's an IDP one as well called D Up if you just wanted to play some IDP. But yeah, that's FastDraft in a nutshell. It's a really, really fun new way to play some best ball. So sign up with the promo code DLF, play on FastDraft Friday tomorrow, get a whole bunch of money back for just the $50 that you put in, and have some good times. So appreciate you guys for hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.